Hey there, everybody. You're joining us here on Weather Command. While winter weather, or at least winter, is nearing the rearview mirror.
Yeah, think it and it's reality. Think it and it's reality.
Yeah, the more you say it, the more
Perception is
it'll
reality.
happen. Yeah, will it. Will it in. Are you ready for some football? You're probably like, what? Yeah, the United Football League, it is getting ready to kick off the third season. So I'm not talking about the NFL, talking about the UFL. And while players won't have to contend with bitter cold and heavy snow, spring football gets going just as severe weather season ramps up.
We're just about 3 weeks away, and that's what it looked like in 2016 at Choctaw Stadium. Of course, you got a little bit of drama with that rain, but the 2025 season, let's hope the weather cooperates. Meteorologist Kendall Smith is joining us now from Choctaw Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Good luck thinking that the weather is going to cooperate in the spring, especially in Texas, Kendall.
That's exactly right, guys. Good morning. So Choctaw Stadium is just off to the right of me, but I'm right here, right out front of the UFL's headquarters. This is a building that they just moved into back in January, and it's a beautiful day. We're right now in the 50s. It's a little overcast, but it is going to be partly sunny by this afternoon, and our high will be up in the upper 60s. And I have something that will probably make you a little jealous. Look at these beautiful spring blooms. This is for Marissa. If my photographer can pan over, show these flowers. Look at this. Spring blooms. I can hear the birds chirping. It is a gorgeous start to the day. But in fact, I've got someone very special joining me this morning. I've got the San Antonio Brahmas head coach, Wade Phillips, joining me this morning. Good morning, Wade.
Good morning, Kendall.
Yes, thank you so much for speaking with us.
You bet.
You have had an extensive career coaching all across the country. I would love to know really how much weather kind of plays a factor in your game planning for the week if you're playing outdoors.
Yeah, weather's always a factor, you know. You can't do anything about the weather, but you have to adjust to it. So, Buffalo, we played in snow, in rain, and Denver and LA even has different days that you don't think. And even here in Dallas, one day it's cold today and hot tamale.
That's exactly right. I love that saying. And I'm curious, over the course of your coaching career, has there been really one game in particular that stands out to you the most with the most extreme weather conditions?
Yeah, in Buffalo, the sleet was blowing sideways one game. I mean, I think my hair froze. It was cold.
And when we're talking about specific plays or formations that maybe you favor or avoid when it comes to certain weather conditions, what's kind of your thought process on that?
Yeah, you have to adjust. I mean, some conditions you can only run the football. Other conditions you can only throw the football. So it's a process of deciding which one.
So what would you say would be the most ideal conditions for a game? And then what conditions are you just sitting there scratching your head saying, man, I wish we didn't have this?
Well, we play in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. That's the best conditions indoors. So, but I mean, every place has its own weather challenges.
And I'm also fascinated by just the different playing surfaces. Of course, you mentioned playing in the Alamo Dome, which is fantastic. And the majority of the games that are played across the league are outdoors. So playing surfaces, real grass versus turf, rain on those conditions, how do you alter your game plan for that?
That's exactly right. You have to alter it. A wet grass field is different than a wet turf field. So the conditions, certainly, you have to be able to adjust.
So being able to just adjust and just understanding that, of course, Mother Nature sometimes doesn't always play nice as well. But Wade Phillips, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Yes, absolutely. And I hope that you have a wonderful season ahead. So it's going to be a great one. Yes, absolutely. So guys, of course, as you can tell, I mean, from players to coaches across the UFL, you're always having to constantly adjust and kind of alter your game plan, especially if there's sudden weather changes or lightning delays. something of that sort. But all in all, the UFL, it's kicking off to a great start. The official kickoff is going to be on March 28th, and it's a 10-week regular season, guys.
There we go. I loved his answer, Kendall. His favorite stadium is in San Antonio because it's indoors.
Yeah, Kendall, wait, I'm curious, how
It's
many
indoors.
How many stadiums, because I know Michigan Panthers, they play at Ford Field where the Detroit Lions play. That's also a covered dome. So weather, fortunately, not a problem. San Antonio apparently the same. I wonder how many are, because it's a nice situation. That's a cozier situation, right?
Yeah, Choctaw didn't get the memo.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So 3 out of the 8 teams actually get to play indoors in a dome, so that's pretty exciting. But yeah, not everyone, but of course, Coach Phillips here and the San Antonio Brahmas, they're one of the lucky ones.
Brahmas.
What did we hear that a Brahma is?
Brahmas. I don't know.
Oh, Ari just told. Ari, we just learned, Kendall, what a Brahmas was. Well, a what? Oh,
Cattle.
Cattle. I didn't know. Kendall, thank you so. And thank you for finding the flowers because finding a little bit of sunshine amidst all the brown grass, right?
That's it.
All right.
Bring on the spring vibes.
That was for you,
feels.
Marissa.
I appreciate that, Kendall. Of course, Fox meteorologist Kendall Smith, by the way, out in Dallas this morning. Kendall always brings her own sunshine.
She does.
Doesn't she?
She does.
She's the
I
best.
love it.
Thanks, Kendall.